Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for the 7 costly mistakes homeowners in Centurion must avoid when selling their homes webinar. Having a house on the market is an interesting experience. For some, it could be a make or break situation, while for others, it's a highly emotional endeavor, while other homeowners take selling their home in their stride. Ultimately, it doesn't matter how you are planning to ride the home selling wave. The fact remains, selling your home is an important financial transaction that can be very stressful and costly if not handled meticulously and professionally. Preparing your home for selling, managing showings, negotiating with buyers, and coordinating your move can be overwhelming. But with help and guidance from an experienced and professional property practitioner, you can alleviate some of the burden, allowing you to focus on the bigger picture. Indeed, selling a home is not just about finding a buyer and moving on. It involves a complex interplay of market dynamics, legal considerations, and financial planning that, when left to chance, could result in disaster. The good news is that there are ways to avoid costly mistakes when selling your home. By watching this webinar today, you are taking the first step to equip yourself to avoid common home selling pitfalls and maximize your sale price. In our discussion, we'll cover the 7 common costly mistakes, provide actionable tips, and share a couple of success stories. By the end, you'll be empowered to make your home selling journey smoother and more profitable. But who am I? Well, I'm Alta, a wife, a mother, I'm a dog lover, and a property practitioner. I'm a registered estate agent with a PPRA, and I'm passionate about selling real estate with eXp Realty and protecting my clients' interests. I pride myself in saving my clients time, money, and stress by doing things the right way from the start. I firmly believe that what starts well ends well. Let's dive into the 7 costly mistakes homeowners in Centurion must avoid when selling their homes now. Why should you avoid these errors? Because if you don't, it could lead to increased stress, extended time on the market, and lower offers. The first mistake you must not make when you are committed to selling is incorrect pricing. Setting the right price is critical. Overpricing your home will deter buyers, while underpricing it will leave money on the table. So let's look at an example. Imagine you list your home for 2.9 million, but comparable homes in your area are selling at 2.2 million. Potential buyers may not even consider your property, thinking it's overpriced for the area, resulting in extended time on the market with no or ridiculous offers received. On the other hand, if you price it at 2.1 million, you might sell very, very quickly, but for much less than what your home is worth. The experienced agent will inform you about the Goldilocks zone where your home sells quickly at the market rate of your area. To avoid this critical pricing error, you can request a professional comparative market analysis, a CMA, from an experienced estate agent. This report helps homeowners set a competitive asking price by comparing their homes to similar properties that recently sold in the area. It's a vital tool I use to ensure my clients' homes are priced right from the get-go. It's never a good idea to base your home's asking price on what you paid for the house, what you need to finance your relocation, what your neighbor advertises their house for, what your upgrades cost, and your home's replacement value. The correct selling price for your house is what a willing and able buyer is willing to pay for your house. The second costly mistake is failing to present your home attractively to the market. Sellers often feel the buyers must understand they are living in the house and that the buyer must understand that they are not planning to stop living the way they live just because their home is on the market. This is a major error. Neglecting looking at your home through the eyes of a buyer could cost you dearly. While your home is on the market, the whole family, yourself and your agent and even your dogs must work together as a team. Agree to put away those items you usually leave standing around. Hide the unwashed and unironed laundry. Remove clothes from the washing line and ensure all underwear is properly stashed away in the wardrobes. And yes, if the viewing with your agent is scheduled for after hours, you should not have the garlic boerewors sizzling in the pan and the kitchen in shambles. Neat kitchens sell homes, and you should give your kitchen the best opportunity to sell itself to your buyer. A while ago, I sold a property in Leiden Road. The owner initially listed their home without paying any attention to these matters. Every time I took buyers out to view it, there was complete chaos between her dogs jumping on the visitors, the crying toddlers sitting in the bath, the older children fighting while watching late afternoon TV, and the strong smell escaping from the food cooking on the stove. Buyers all commented that they felt they were intruding and were adding to the stress. Therefore, they rushed the viewing so the owner could have fewer balls to keep in the air. The home sat on the market for months with no offers. When the owner finally took my advice to heart, got her kids on board, and asked a friend to help her out with a toddler when viewings were scheduled, buyers were free to view the home with the intent to buy, and no longer with the intent to get out of there as soon as possible. Within 3 viewings, we received an acceptable offer. Enabling potential buyers to visualize themselves in your living space without distraction leads to quicker sales and higher offers. The third mistake is poor quality photos and meager listings. In today's digital age, your online listing is the first impression buyers get of your home. I'm often amazed when I ask homeowners if they looked at their home's listing and photographs on the online property portals, and they say no, they haven't looked at it at all. I'm shocked. How could a homeowner not care enough about how the agent positioned and presented their property on the market? I'm also shocked when I look at the quality of the listings. Sometimes the photos are blurred, poorly lit, on their sides, or even upside down, and this description lacks oomph. What chance would a poor listing of your home have in an already overcrowded market if your listing is below standard? To avoid this pitfall, you gotta take responsibility and hold your estate agent accountable for the quality they put out there. You can't just leave this to chance. Here's a comparison. On the top, you can see a dimly lit room. Below it, you see the same room that's well lit. The last image is a lot more inviting, right? Which one would you be more interested in if you were a buyer? The same goes for clutter. Even if you are still living in your home, you must make your home look as much like a display home as possible. The key thing display homes don't have is clutter and personal items. So remove all knickknacks and put as much stuff away as possible. Too many agents rely on their cell phone cameras to take photos of your home. Sure, there are wonderful phones on the market, but I'm not so sure that the average estate agent out there owns one of those. Your agent ought to offer you professional photographs. Professional photos make a huge difference. High quality photos will highlight your home's best features and attract buyers. Just as a side note, when a homeowner requests professional photographs, the agent who pays for the photographs will expect a squeaky clean and neat home and yard from the owner on the day when the photographer arrives and other viewers arrive. That's only fair, right? Our fourth mistake is not addressing necessary repairs. Small issues like leaky faucets or chipped paint on the door frames or walls give buyers the impression that your home is poorly maintained. I had a client whose home had several obvious maintenance issues, like a broken gutter, rotten fascia boards, a broken glass pane in the foyer, and a main bedroom wardrobe door with a missing hinge. The seller promised to fix it before the buyers moved in. Still, two interested buyers offered them 200,000 Rand below the asking price, citing these problems. As I noticed this becoming a pattern, I urged the seller to fix the issues before the next viewing, as it was not difficult repairs to complete. Soon after, we received a full price offer from a cash buyer. I always tell my sellers to prep their homes for selling before placing it on the market. It certainly minimizes stress and wasted opportunities for all. A way to avoid many lack of maintenance pitfalls that can even bite you up to 3 years after registration is conducting a professional pre-listing inspection where an inspector can identify any immediate issues that need attention before you list your home. A pre-listing home inspection could also minimize the chances of receiving low offers. This proactive step reduces buyers' remorse and post-registration claims that could cost the seller hundreds and thousands of rands. This is a devastating increasing phenomenon, quickly becoming a major trend in South Africa. The next costly mistake is choosing the wrong agent. An inexperienced or unqualified agent may not market your home effectively or negotiate well on your behalf. One of my clients initially worked with an agent who wasn't familiar with a local area. After 9 months without any viewers or offers, they consulted me and hired me to market their home. I suggested a few minor updates, I repositioned their home on the market, and I used my local expertise and innovative marketing strategies to attract interesting buyers. After 6 couples toured the home, we received an acceptable offer and we sold the home. When choosing an agent, look for experience, market knowledge, and a track record of success. Don't be afraid to ask for proof of their registration at the PPRA, as the PPRA Fidelity Fund protects you in case your selected agent slips up, causing you to suffer loss. Selecting to work with an unlicensed agent is putting yourself and your family at risk. Ignoring or ignorance of market trends is another mistake to avoid. Real estate markets change frequently, and staying informed is vital for knowing how to set the right price and timing your sale correctly. Indeed, there are times to buy and sell and times to sit tight and wait. The best idea is to sell when the market is booming and to buy when the market is slow. That way you will make money when you buy instead of expecting a massive profit when you sell. Sellers cannot expect to make much money in a buyer's market. The best time to sell is in a seller's market when properties fly off the shelf and stock is low. Not too long ago, one of my clients wanted to sell his home for a profit as he was immigrating to Canada. The market was still in its downturn phase, and that meant he would have to sell for much less if he was lucky to find a buyer for his property. We decided to take the home off the market for a while, and we hid it for 7 months. This made sense for them as their home was paid off and only cost them about 3,000 Rand a month to hold on to. We then relisted it when the market data showed a slight improvement, and it paid off. I sold the home for 140,000 Rand more compared to the earlier expected sales price. Patience is still a virtue. As a homeowner, you should stay informed about market trends in your area by regularly consulting with your agent and keeping an eye on local market reports. This knowledge will help you make strategic decisions concerning selling your home. Once again, you may request a professional comparative market analysis, a CMA, from me if you want to keep tabs on this piece of market intelligence. Finally, let's talk about poor negotiation skills. Effective negotiation can significantly impact your final sales price. Homeowners often feel a rush of relief when they receive an offer, leading them to accept it without considering potential better offers. This mistake can cost sellers significant money if they settle for less than what the market might bear. Hiring an agent who's a good negotiator is essential if you want the most money possible in your pocket. Remember, a written offer is not cast in stone. A written offer only sets the stage for communication and negotiation. Don't be afraid to counter-offer after receiving an offer. Sure, your estate agent may not like the idea of you countering, as it requires extra work and more time, but it would be worth your while. And be sure that your agent's documentation clearly states that your countering doesn't mean that the first offer is rejected. If that is not written in your agent's agreement of sale, you could lose your buyer. My documentation allows for counteroffers and keeps the first offer intact while the parties negotiate or a better offer is received. One of my clients recently received an offer for 2.4 million for their 2.6 million listing price. Instead of accepting it, I guided them to make a strategic counter offer at 2.5. The buyer then countered the offer again, and we settled at 2.47 as the final price. This negotiation resulted in an extra 70,000 Rand for the deal, which resulted in a win-win for all. Hiring an experienced agent who is a skilled negotiator can make a huge difference. They can represent your interests effectively and ensure you get the best possible deal. A quick tip on how to do a litmus test to see if your selected agent is a good negotiator. Ask your agent if they would lower their commission. When they say, yes, they will, without the blink of an eye, do not hire them. If they say something along the lines of, no, you only pay me when I'm successful. Besides, if I'm willing to give my commission away so easily before I even started working on your property, what will I do with your money when the buyer asks me how negotiable you are on your price? Hire that agent immediately. That concludes the 7 costly mistakes to avoid when selling your home in Centurion. If you manage to avoid these 7 mistakes effectively, you will do well. But if you want to ace your home sale, here are 2 more mistakes you should avoid like the plague. Mistake number 8 is the homeowner interfering with viewings. When homeowners are present during showings, it makes buyers uncomfortable and it prevents them from exploring the home freely. I once worked with a homeowner who insisted on accompanying me as I took the buyers on a tour of her home. She would interrupt and dominate the conversation. The buyers felt uncomfortable and they rushed the viewing. Every time they spotted an imperfection and inquired about it, the homeowner would go on the defensive and overreact and actually talk us out of the deal. While it is a legal requirement to be transparent and truthful when selling homes, there is also a little psychology necessary to close a deal. Not all homeowners are trained salespeople, and heck, many estate agents even battle to sell. Here's how you solve the problem and minimize the need to control your estate agent. Select an estate agent who conducted a proper interview with you regarding your property, who took notes and internalized the special features of your home. And then leave the selling to the pro. Remain in the background for security purposes and be available in case the buyer wants to ask you a question. Then only answer the question and move away so the agent can continue with the showing. This way, you will receive way better feedback and sooner and higher offers. Mistake number 9 is hiring too many agents. This only leads to confusion and mixed messages in the market and may even appear a little desperate to the buyer, leading to lower or no offers. Hiring too many agents may result in a double commission claim against the seller when it's unclear which agent was the effective cause of sale. A recent client, hesitant to work exclusively with any one agent, ended up appointing 21 agents to market their home, thinking this would maximize exposure. But none of the agents invested effort, leaving the home on the market for 11 months with minimal viewings and no offers. When the seller approached me as agent number 22, I suggested a fresh start. I conducted a fresh comparative market analysis to position the property correctly, and then I suggested a few repairs, which they completed. I guided them on what to do during viewings, and then I relaunched it on an exclusive mandate with new photos, a 360-degree virtual tour, an enticing description, and national and international exposure. I collaborated with an agent in George who was looking for a suitable home for her clients who were recently transferred to Johannesburg. Within 4 weeks, the property sold, and I paid the referring agent a handsome fee. I managed the entire sales process, ensuring the sellers and the buyers' protection and satisfaction. Indeed, data shows that working with a specialist property practitioner on an exclusive basis sells homes faster and for more money. An exclusive mandate ensures less confusion for the seller, having to keep tabs on what's happening, while buyers also prefer clarity and less drama when buying a home. Choose a single, trusted agent who provides dedicated and consistent service. This will not only streamline the selling process, but also help you avoid potential conflicts and double commission claims. Avoiding these common mistakes can save you time, stress, and money when selling your home. With the right strategies and a knowledgeable agent, you can achieve a successful sale. As a thank you for attending this webinar, I'm offering a free, no obligation comparative market analysis CMA to help you set the right price for your property. Reach out to me to schedule your free on-site consultation. You can contact me via the details on the screen. Email is alta.nl@expsouthafrica.co.za, or you can WhatsApp me, or you can call me on 071 758 0996. Oh, and by the way, if you know of anyone who is thinking of buying and selling, who would appreciate the kind of service that I offer, please call me with their details, and I promise to look after anyone you refer to me. Our contact details again are alta.nel@expsouthafrica.co.za, and my phone number is 071 758 0996. Have a super day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.